Alright, I'm going to get straight into it with feeding some premium bloodworm. So basically, this tank, it's going to be hard to do this one-handed. 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of fish in here, so we'll see how they go with 4. As you can see, they are just chowing down on the bloodworm. The black ones have been fighting with each other a fair bit, which really sucks. Sorry. And they've got a bit of damage to each other, so hopefully that all heals up. We got our Spoon, the big ghost knife, just absolutely inhaling. My goodness. I'm pretty sure that was like 1 whole cube just for him. So yeah, move on to the next tank because there's a lot of hungry fish in this fish room. Alright, so these guys haven't really had bloodworm, like frozen bloodworm, much yet. They've still been like on baby brine shrimp and pellets. But it hasn't taken them long to figure out what it is, and I think they're enjoying it. So my Blue Angel's looking really nice, growing up really well. Might end up probably selling a few of them, like because one, I don't need this many Blue Angels. But I'm very keen to keep these guys as a brood stock, and yeah, keep growing them out and then eventually breed them. Look at this one just here, beautiful. But yeah, a couple of bloodworm cubes should be enough for those guys. Let them figure it out. Obviously, as they get bigger, they'll need a few more. But yeah, just thought I'd show you guys this feeding. Now that some of the food has made its way down to the bottom, our Peppermint Bristlenose are really enjoying the easy caves. So obviously they'll have a nice chow down on some bloodworms as well. But yeah, seem to be looking nice. Seem to be enjoying the outside of the cave at least. But no, I've seen them in heaps. So yeah, they're doing fine. Alright, move over here. Elmo's not shy at the camera when he's got a nice bloodworm cube right in his face. He's thinking about it. The rainbows are coming back over as well. This tank's a bit of a mess, it needs a clean. But he's thinking about it. He definitely likes it. The rainbow fish will get there as well. So I've dropped like a couple of cubes in there, well 3 cubes in there. Should be able to see in a second once the rainbows get a bit more relaxed. I sort of spooked them. I sort of jumped right in front of the tank with a big phone in their face. So that's probably what to expect. And our longfin albino bristlenose, once this hits the bottom, they'll have a chow down on this as well. Once everything starts to settle down. Elmo's starting to go even more red, I think. More like, you know, red meaning the top half of him there is going nice. But I just really wish I had a female. Like I had a pair and I lost the pair. Like I think it might have been a female. It was they were a bit young when I bought them to figure it out exactly. I only bought 2, silly me. But I really wish I had a female the same as Elmo here, because it would have made breeding these guys really nice. I would have really liked to keep this as a pure sort of breed, and I kind of regret putting him with a black female, but I'm more than confident that the spawn that he made, the babies that he made, sorry, will definitely turn eventually into this, because when I first bought Elmo, about 3 years ago now, he was white, so he had no colour like this on him, and I should try and find some footage of him like when he was younger. He was still like yellow for probably the first year and a half of me owning him and growing him up. So it's really been only in the last like maybe year or two, year and a half really, that he's actually started to go this really nice orangey red color. So just patience and good food and good water quality, you know, making sure he's growing up the whole time in good conditions, and that's just going to ensure the fish has probably its best color it's going to have. So the food's going to help as well. But here we go. Now it's hit the bottom. Hasn't taken long for the longfin albinos to get into it. More and more will rock up. I think there's about 7 in here, so they'll all make their way over here if Elmo doesn't figure out what's going on. The second I move away with this phone, he is going to just inhale these things. So we'll move away and let him eat. But yeah, this tank's going well. Alright, I had to put the cubes of frozen bloodworm in and then put it back in the freezer before it defrosted and spoiled. So this is now just a couple of minutes later, and some of it's sunken down to the bottom, and our super red bristlenose are just chowing down, loving the frozen bloodworm. So this will help him. They love a bit of protein as well. So Blue Angels up the back here. They've had their feed already. They've already got their bellies quite full. So yeah, we'll move over to this one. These guys, same thing. Just had a mouthful as well. A little bit left over. We're getting these L397s. Nice and fattened up. They're always hiding, even with the... There they are all underneath the filter. There's one on the gravel, and then you saw one just here a second ago. So, looking really, really nice. But yeah, everything's loving the frozen bloodworm. And one of the fish that do really like frozen bloodworms are Corydoras. They just go mental. They'll actually go even crazier if you drop in live blackworms. That is, I swear, that is like a Corydora's favourite food. They go absolutely insane for live blackworms. But I think frozen bloodworms is the second best thing. And yeah, as you can see, they're just being pigs, just absolutely chowing down on the frozen bloodworm. Here comes a massive cube ready, and they'll just attack. So really good way to make sure your cories get a decent enough feed and make sure they get a good size on them. Frozen bloodworm, make sure it's like enough like this, sinks down to the bottom. And I'm actually conditioning these guys to try and breed for me, so hopefully a decent feed like this will help. And we've got some some males and females in here, so hopefully it's going to happen soon. We got the same thing happening over here with the Sturbay cories. Now, they're a little bit scared of the camera. We have a royal whiptail in here as well. But these guys just love the frozen bloodworm, same thing as the albinos. So I'll just sort of make it quick, show you guys these as well, and we'll move on, keep moving on to tanks. And we've got the little baby Sturbays here, so just feeding them some granule food as well. They're loving it. Still some baby brine shrimp every now and then, but they're pretty much getting to the size now where they're just on the granules. I sort of still feed the baby brine shrimp, but that is the food that I'm sort of going for, is the actual proper food that most people are going to be feeding them. But they're getting the nice pattern on them, and I can't wait for them to get a little bit bigger. And yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys these as well, because why not? But yeah, this one here is getting quite big. Starting to get the orange side fins on him, so that's always a nice sign. And yeah, I couldn't not show these guys eating frozen bloodworms. So like I said, I don't feed frozen bloodworm every single day. I only feed frozen bloodworm maybe like once a week. I just really try and keep the variety up in most of my fish's diet. So they have flake food, they have pellet food, they have brine shrimp, they have the frozen bloodworm, and they have like granules and stuff like that as well. And they every now and then get some live blackworms as well. So they have a nice variety in their diet, and I just think most fish are going to do better with a decent variety in their diet, rather than just the same food in and out like every day for eternity. I feel like if you mix it up a bit with the fish's diet, they'll do so much better for you. That's just my personal experience anyway. But yeah, enough of showing this tank off. I'll move on to some of the other fish that we've got to feed, and we'll keep going. Alright, so we're going to feed these guys. These guys are the baby Goyder River rainbows. We're going to feed these guys. We're not going to feed these guys the frozen bloodworm. We've got the one crimson spot rainbow in here as well. We're not going to feed these guys the frozen bloodworm. What I'm still feeding these guys is, at the moment, the Dimax Tropical Essential. It's like a small granule, and it's been really good. I should probably do a video on all the different Dimax foods, but let me know in the comments if you haven't tried or you have tried Dimax fish food, and let me know if I should make a video on a bit of a review or whatnot of it. But basically we're going to feed these guys that. And I'm trying to do this one-handed again. And these guys are really, honestly, starting to turn into like my favourite little project, because it's taken so long to get them to this point. So I'm trying to do this one-handed, so trying to grab a bit of a sprinkle of food. So they really like it, as you can see. But yeah, the rainbow fish have just taken for like forever to sort of get to this point, and now I've got them at this point. They're really sort of paying off for me. Like, the colour is really coming through. And I know I keep talking about these guys a lot. It's sort of hard when you've only got these fish in your fish room, but there's a pleco in here as well, somewhere hiding, so this food won't go to waste. But these guys are just aggressive eaters. They just smash down the food hard. Alrighty guys, so it's been a couple more days since I was filming last, so I thought I'd stay on the same tank. I actually got myself some new fish. I bought myself 8 of these beautiful longfin panda Corydoras. So just a beautiful little Corydoras. They don't get very big like some of your other Corys do. They stay relatively small. But I just really like that cute panda pattern on them. And obviously being long fin, me having a weakness for everything that's got long fin, just couldn't help myself. So I'll wrap it up here, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit some of those other videos out and check them out as well. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.